Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hi!
Hi!
Welcome to the May 11th through 14th with a flashback Friday on May 15th episodes of General Hospital Recap. So Amanda and I are actually recording live together.
So much fun.
Yay! And we've had an hour and a half of wine catch up. So this is going to be a great episode for all of you.
We're going to have people writing in. Can you drink from now on before you record? Because it's a lot more fun.
Wine and there's nothing to go with wine. Gin and General Hospital.
Yeah, we need to step it up and start drinking.
I like
gin.
Better. I do like gin.
I can do gin.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Next week we're all set.
Gin and GH.
I love it.
There's our new segment. Gin and GH. So where do you want to start?
The thing that stood out to me the most this week was how annoyed I was with Lucy because why would she tell Sasha in front of Nelle and then turn around and clarify to Nelle that Michael and Willow were going to go get married?
What?
Right? That wasn't even halfway normal.
No.
No normal, sane person would have that. First of all, not her right to disclose that information. Second of all, if she's going to tell Sasha, you whisper it to her. And then to turn around and be like, oh yeah, Nelle, because you didn't know there was a custody case going on tomorrow.
Right.
I was so mad.
Exactly. I'm sorry. No, it's
because it was infuriating. You're feeling the same thing.
It really was. And are we talking about Sasha right now? Because
you can jump into Sasha. You can go wherever you want.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. And it doesn't feel like something Sasha would do, no matter what.
No. And so I wrote, I've never done cocaine, but what I've seen from TV is they typically dip their fingernail in.
That whole vial is
do you remember so in Cruel Intentions, Sarah Michelle Gellar had a tiny little thing into it.
Right. If she did that much, she would be dead. I also have never done it. Let me throw that out there. But if she did that much, I feel
everything I know
from
dead. TV says, that is not how you do it.
That was way more than a line. No.
That was a huge vial.
Right.
And that was...
Someone suggested maybe she threw it, maybe she dumped it out. But I think that that's crazy. Because why would you even open it? You would just leave it alone.
She didn't dump it out because she comes out oh, hey guys, let's go.
Yeah. Does it work that fast too?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Me neither, but now I want to know. Does it work that fast? Because that was boom, 5 minutes. She's ready.
To us, it felt like 5 minutes. But for all we know,
maybe
it could have been
3 weeks and GH. We are dragging out. It was the same photo shoot. So, and Maxie wasn't screaming at her. So I'm going to say it was only a few minutes.
Yeah.
But maybe it was long enough for her to do her makeup. Maybe it takes a half hour to kick in. I don't know. But that just seemed like an extremely large amount.
And not for nothing, that makeup artist it wasn't the makeup artist that gave it to her. It was whoever the behind the scenes person was that gave it to her. That's a very brazen,
right?
How did you know? I just do this every now and again to.
Yeah, how did you know she wasn't going to walk out to Maxie and Lucy and say, hey, Lucy wasn't there, but you know what I mean. Report her to Lucy and be like, oh, by the way, your wardrobe person or whatever she was,
right,
handed me Coke. No.
It had a very 80s feel to it.
Yes, it did.
I
will agree.
That was
maybe they were setting us up to lead us into Friday's episode. Because that was Thursday, right?
There we go.
They were take you back in time.
That's what they did. They were like, you know what? We know that Corona's going to totally throw off our. So, no.
Yeah.
But the thing, exactly like you said, it is not something Sasha would do.
No.
It's completely out of character.
And did she know that Chase was there? She had talked to Chase, right?
She had talked to him before she did it.
Yeah. So I really don't think, first of all, that the wardrobe person would be throwing out cocaine to people when there's a cop in the building.
It's like a parade. Here you go. Here's some
candy for you. Here's some candy for you. Or that she would do
one of the slang names is candy?
Probably.
I don't know.
I know candy is a slang term for a drug, but I don't know that it's Coke.
I don't either.
I'm really uneducated when it comes to drugs, which is a good thing as I'm a grown up. But
if you know the correct answer, we actually
won't
don't
question
want you.
how you know it. But you can keep it to yourself. If you let us know, we won't ask you how you know. I'm sure a quick Google search would bring
Mandy
it up.
Moore sing Sex and Candy?
No, not Sex and Candy. It was I Want Candy.
Oh.
And so did,
Is that, oh, Sex,
no.
no. Sex and Candy was
Sex and Candy. A whole different thing.
Sex and Candy was
Is it a
another
band or a
song.
It's a song.
It was a song.
Yeah. But Sex and Candy is a completely
It
different
was I Smell
song.
Sex and Candy.
Yes. Mandy Moore sang
I
Want Candy. And so did Aaron Carter. That was Matthew's first concert when he was 2 or 3. I decided it would be a good idea to take him to a concert because he loved Aaron Carter's I Want Candy.
It was Mercy Playground.
Yeah, like Mandy Moore did not sing that. I don't think she would sing that even now that she's a grown up, but
No, I'm
Nice
sorry.
try,
I was
Shannon.
just thinking of her doing her I Want Candy. Whatever.
no sex. She just wants candy.
Marcy's Playground.
Oh my god. Shannon's had a little more wine than Amanda
I had
has today. So
I had one. Yeah.
Was it really only one more class?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Oh, the fact that Michael gave Willow Lila's ring.
Oh. When I saw it, I wrote Lila's ring and I actually drew the smiley face with tears.
Aw, I did the heart emoji because I keep my notes on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't understand how when people have rings that have that big of a center stone though, it doesn't sit flush against your wedding band then, right? Like it couldn't because your wedding band's here.
Yeah.
That would annoy me.
Yeah.
It would annoy me. So not that anyone cares, but it was a beautiful ring by itself, left hand ring, whatever. But once you sit it flush against, or try to sit it flush against a wedding ring and it will not do that, I would be really annoyed with that. So if my future husband's out there listening, do not buy a ring that sits like that because I want it to sit flush against.
Well, yeah, okay, so I get why he offered that ring to her because
she's sweet and loving and amazing like Lila.
yeah, but
It's a family heirloom and it's a fake wedding.
yeah,
Not a fake wedding, but a fake marriage.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm with you. I was torn, but it was nice to loop
But she
her back
is
into
so much like Lila,
She's so much like Lila.
which
She
we
is.
saw on Friday, and we're not even going to get into right now. But
Right.
oh,
Lila. We love Lila.
everything on that episode on Friday was just like my
Yes.
heart was bursting.
Yes. What else do I have? Oh, so I took notes like each day and then wrote into it. So at first it was actually the same day, but they broke it up. When Lulu said that Dustin was going to go to take your dad to work day, my notes are like, they've only been dating a couple of months. This is ridiculous.
It's been a year. It's been almost a year.
A whole year. Okay, well still, they've only been dating a year and that is not his dad and blah, blah, blah. But when she explained it to Olivia, which she should have done in the first place.
Yes.
But when she explained it to Olivia,
Rocco asked
that's what
Dustin.
Rocco asked for, I was like, okay, I will allow it.
She should have started with
She should have.
Rocco asked Dustin to come to take your dad to school day.
Right, and the fact
Not
that they had a
just-
conversation and struggled with
Right.
it also, that put Lulu in a way better light. But, I mean, obviously I'm sure it was done for the dramatic effect, but when I first saw it, my notes were like, oh my god, I can't believe her. I was so angry.
I was right with you because then when she did explain it to Lulu, or
To Olivia, yeah.
when Lulu explained it to Olivia, it made more sense.
Yes.
And I really did appreciate the fact that Dustin took some time to talk with Olivia and was like, listen,
Yes.
I get it.
Right.
I'm not trying to replace your son.
I thought it was nice of Carly though to pull him aside and be like, look here, just so you know, you are treading in muddy territory, man.
Carly this week, what day was it? So I watched a bunch of them together. And then I think I watched Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday together. So I forget what day it was.
Okay.
But when Lila went to the station and told Chase.
Yes.
And then she walked out and you just see Carly like in the background and Chase ready to break. I'm like, Carly's coming to tell him. And she did.
Yes. That had to be Wednesday because they got married on Tuesday, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know. They got married on Monday or Tuesday. So it was Tuesday or Wednesday.
But
yes.
Like Carly
And I
coming
love
and
the way
thanking
that she
whoever
said
that
it.
was.
Yes. Yes. And that was so nice of him to then, which is another reason that Sasha wouldn't have done the drugs, is because Chase went there. Thank you for connecting all that in my head because I couldn't remember how it had gone. Chase went to Sasha at the photo shoot to say, I know we're feeling sad and crappy, but FYI, Carly came to me and said this. So she would
Right.
be in an even better mind frame of it really did work out the way it was supposed to.
Right. She has
what we
support.
wanted. Yeah.
She's not being hated on.
Exactly.
She's being supported, and yeah.
Yeah. So even more reason that
And
that
not
wasn't normal.
discounting. It still has to hurt so much
Absolutely.
for her to be watching this happen. But Carly's looking at it and saying, thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, just don't do coke.
Right. No cocaine. Where are you next? Cause I
Finn.
yelled. Oh God, of course you're at Finn. Go ahead.
I just love what a 180 he's done. Because remember whenever Chase came on and he was like, yeah, I'm your brother. And he's like, oh my God, get away from me.
Yes.
And now he's bringing him a 6-pack down the pier.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, you might want to give me a heads up to get in and talk to her. See, that's exactly what I said last week was that.
I agree that he needed the heads up, but he should have kept his mouth shut until he knew for sure what had happened.
Maybe
Because
he
came
just,
off as a jerk.
but maybe he just had that much faith in his brother that he was actually going to do it.
Well, that was a dumb mistake.
Well, yeah, you should never give anyone the benefit of the doubt
Exactly.
for doing what they said they were going to do.
Exactly.
Okay then. It's Finn's problem.
Yes. Finn should not have assumed. No, that was a difficult conversation.
No, absolutely.
So,
I am just kidding.
he shouldn't
Like
have
that's
assumed.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do try
Or
to
if he had even had the opportunity to.
Right.
You know, he doesn't know that happened.
Exactly.
But he really has turned from being the guy who wanted Chase basically to not exist to being the lovable big brother.
Right. Don't you hate when you're listening to a great podcast and suddenly you're interrupted by an ad?
I know. Thank goodness Stitcher lets us listen to our favorite podcasts like Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, and many more ad-free for only $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year.
Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today.
Use promo code PEER54 for 1 month free on us.
Did you cry for Mike and Avery?
Okay, so I didn't cry.
Okay.
Because I watched 3 in a row.
Okay.
So I had a good breakup.
Okay.
Some of them I watched while I was exercising, which I feel like that gives me a good break from not crying.
True.
Because I'm also doing something else. I love that Ava brought him. I love that Ava brought her.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunny was good with it.
I love that Ava brought her because good job, Ava. She's being a good person. But considering that Sunny and Carly seem to have 90% of the time custody, why
wasn't it? Yeah.
was Ava bringing her?
I did think about that.
And they haven't brought Jocelyn to see him. They haven't brought baby Donna to see him. So why is it suddenly on Ava to bring Avery?
To give her the opportunity to apologize, which I really liked.
Yes.
I did love because
Yes.
that was after we started the show, right? That happened with Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
We might have talked about it though personally, but
right. Ava flipped out because Mike kidnapped Avery
and
but
wanted
really he was
custody taken. Right.
Yes, he was having a lapse because of the Alzheimer's, and so he thought that she was Courtney. Yeah, I think that was before we started recording. But
Probably.
Anyway, yeah, no, it was super nice that they had that moment, and I agree that they needed that moment. It also felt weird. It also felt weird that it seemed like Ava has been there more for Sunny in that moment than Carly has. Michael's come and had the conversation. Elizabeth's come and had the conversation. Ava's come and had the conversation. Where is Carly?
I didn't think about that.
Everyone's been at that nursing home and had a conversation about what to do,
but not Carly.
But not Carly. And you don't see them discussing it at home or anywhere else. So
they've kind of discussed it at home.
I don't feel like as much as you would with your husband and his dad. I don't feel like it's gotten enough. She's been too up in this Wiley stuff.
But they're a mixed family. She's taking care of, even though Sunny is, quote, Michael's dad. You know, and I mean, he is the guy who has raised him the most from everyone.
Right. And Michael's biological dad is dead. So Sunny's his dad. I understand it's a mixed family. I just feel like the wifely duty in this part is to support your husband and have conversations with him. And I don't see that happening as much. And I understand.
Conversations, yes, but maybe they're just each listen, I have a lot going on with Wiley. Like, I'll take care of Wiley. You take care of Mike.
But Wiley's not really her responsibility. It's Michael's.
It's still emotional and mental, though. It's a baby.
We're going to agree to disagree here. It is a lot. Obviously, she's going to be thinking of, is Michael going to get custody, blah, blah, blah. That's going to be in her mind. But Michael is a grown adult. He obviously has the situation handled since he got Willow to marry him. He has a good attorney, and we're going into it. She wasn't even at the custody hearing.
No, she wasn't. I thought she was going to be.
Yeah. So how invested are you in Wiley versus your husband? I feel like, not that she needs to be with Sonny constantly, but,
no, but there really
should
be like a full dedication to one side of,
yeah.
If she is fully dedicated to the Wiley thing, then have her be fully dedicated. Not
exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for proving my point.
I'm not proving it. I'm just saying, okay. No, but I do get it. You know, I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Cause it's like she's staying in the middle of everything. Do you know what though? I mean, she's holding it all together though. I mean, she is. She's trying to be there for Sonny. Maybe that's the thing though, is that Sonny needs someone who is not.
That could be. Maybe he needs to handle it and then come back to her. And so I'm not giving that side. I just feel like at least one conversation would be there. And I know she's being
like
there.
Him coming home and saying, oh my gosh, today Mike
Cause even
just asked for the Yankees like last week.
Exactly.
Yeah,
even the conversation about Elizabeth was more directed at Jason than at Carly. Elizabeth talking about the DNR and whatever.
Yeah.
And I know that she was there.
Because Carly doesn't like Liz.
Well, that's true.
So
that's true. I know that Carly was there for part of the Wiley trial because I liked the way she threatened Martin Gray with "Don't you know who my husband is?" But she wasn't like hanging at the courthouse all day long. So
right.
I feel like she wasn't fully enough committed to either one.
So Nelle totally married Julian, right? That's where we're going with this. Do you think Julian is that dumb? So Sonny is not going to be like, okay, so what does she have on you that you are marrying her?
So I 100% think that it's Julian, but I saw that the actor that plays Julian, what's his name?
William DeVry?
Yes. He commented that he thought it was funny that no one commented on the fact that that would be a bad wedding because he's literally old enough to be her father.
Yes.
And I thought that was funny.
No, I totally agree with that.
And then in some of the Facebook soap groups that I'm on, somebody mentioned somewhere that they thought, or maybe it was an article, somewhere on Facebook. I play on Facebook too much. Somewhere on Facebook, someone mentioned that they thought it would be great if she married Lucas because then Lucas would still get to be Wiley's dad.
But he and Brad aren't divorced yet.
It's not official?
I don't think so.
Well, that feels like it's been a long time. I'm not saying that that's what happened because I don't think.
I'm sorry, I love you, but how long did it take for your divorce to go through?
Okay, my divorce does not count because that was 1,000 years in the making.
It wasn't 1,000 years, but it was definitely more than 2 months that.
But I feel like if neither one of you contest it, it goes through really quickly.
Well, that's right. It's 20 days according to Lila.
Okay, see? Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for proving my point, Lulu and you, because I didn't remember that fact.
Wasn't it 20 days? It was something like that.
It was something like that.
It was very short.
It was. So
and we looked it up and according to New York law. Okay.
So you're welcome. It wasn't my train of thought. Facebook people's train of thought was not wrong. I don't see it being Lucas just because I don't think he would be that dumb or whatever, but that would be a really good get back at Brad to be like, you lost it and I still get to be his dad. Boom.
No, Lucas wouldn't do that. I could see her marrying Brad to do that.
Brad's in jail. We're not marrying Brad.
She married Shiloh while they were in jail.
But that wouldn't make her look a better parent.
No, but it's still Wiley's.
Look like a better parent.
The one time it's appropriate to say like, Amanda.
I was like, that, my brain did not form a full thought there, but you knew enough. I hope all of our listeners speak Amanda as well as you do.
I read your text. Just like
you do.
Yep.
Very well. So yeah, marrying Brad would not make her look better in the eyes of the law, especially since her whole defense is that Brad stole her baby. She was not conscious of the flaw.
Yeah, that's true.
So it would not be Brad for those reasons. So.
True. Mm-hmm. The one problem I had with Nelle was, I think it was Monday, and she said, I always get what I want. And I sat there and I was like, literally, what have you ever gotten that you want?
Well, she got Shiloh so that she could get the Quartermain shares.
But that wasn't, she didn't want Shiloh. And yes, she did get the Quartermain shares out of it. But think about it. She never got Chase. She didn't get Zachary's estate or whatever. You know, she hasn't got, like, there's definitely way more against.
Oh, I agree. That she hasn't got
from,
that she wanted. Absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah. Totally with that. I did like her ring though. I want to know where she got that. The same thing. I don't think that would sit flush with a wedding ring, but that was a nice size rock she had there.
And if she's going to try to pull that Michael and Willow got married just for the custody,
Yeah, she's
how are we going to
literally
do
walking
that?
in her wedding dress.
Oh my gosh,
with her
the most
bouquet.
amazing thing ever happened.
Right. And even then, the judge should say, whatever's going on in your personal life should not be more important than this custody hearing. So I don't
This
care
is
how
also
excited.
personal life.
Yeah.
This is your kid.
Right. I don't care how excited you are to get married. You should have scheduled that correctly to be in my court.
You cared more
on
about
time.
the guy than your kid.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah. So I hope he does not give her custody. That would just be awful.
Yes.
Awful, awful. And I hope that it all wraps up before we run out of new episodes, because if it doesn't, some of those court cases drag on for months. I will be so angry if we are stalled next week until August.
Well, and so you found the article saying that we are good through Thursday, which is May 21st, James' second birthday.
Oh no. So Shannon's going to be complaining all summer about James not having a second birthday.
He didn't get the first.
We don't know what the custody outcome's going to be if they don't give it to us.
Yeah.
Oh no. We'll try to have a lot more wine podcast recordings to get us through.
But the good news is that we do have some good ideas of how we are going to keep our 2 episodes a week. So I'm not going to talk about it right now, but we got some things.
Yes, we'll still be here. You won't miss us.
Yep.
I think that's all I have for this week though.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
When Brooklyn said Reginald left in the 90s and now we just have housekeepers, she forgot Dodson.
Yeah, but Dodson doesn't really count. So I was with her with that. It was a nice reference to all of that though.
I know.
Why don't they have?
Because who can replace Reginald? And then the second time that you get a butler, it winds up being a
True,
woman dressed
true.
trying to, yeah.
I guess.
I did love that. So Ned questioned Michael marrying Willow without ever having a date. And we just did our entire 411 a couple weeks ago about him marrying Chloe without ever having a date. And I wrote down, mentioned Catherine Bell, but not Chloe, ? Because Catherine Bell blackmailed him into marrying him. So they never dated either.
Right.
But he didn't mention Chloe, who he married.
Maybe he didn't view it
without
the same
having a date.
I don't know. See, to me, the Chloe situation is closer to the Wiley situation than Catherine was. So yeah, that would have been the obvious
But why
choice.
wasn't he the one to say to Michael, hey, listen, dude, I've literally been here.
Yeah, it's not going to work out well.
No.
But Willow and Michael do look happy together. I know.
Oh, she totally does not.
No.
I don't think she looks like, okay, guys, really? Like, we're not happily married. We're not a couple.
Okay, I guess I worded that wrong. She looks happy with her decision. Like, she made
But
that
anytime
decision.
anyone has said anything about her and Michael, the look on her face is like, heck no.
Because that's unrealistic.
Right.
Brooklyn talking to Michael, oh, you guys are going to be such a great couple. Willow's such a nice person, blah, blah, blah. You can take 2 perfectly nice people. That does not mean that they belong together in a marriage. So I'm not saying that I think they're going to fall in love and be married for the next 400 years or whatever, but I don't think that she regrets it either.
I think because of Wiley, she does not regret it.
Right. Which is the whole reason they did it.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, does this make you feel old that Willow was born, like the actress that plays Willow was born June 27th, 1995?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Have you watched that new show uploaded on Prime?
No.
Okay, so I won't get into it too much. It's a decent show or whatever, but it's based in the future in 2033. So the main character was born in 2006.
Oh!
And I was watching it with
After
Megan.
both of my kids.
Yes. I was watching it with Megan and it shows, like a tombstone does day, birth date and then day of death or year of death or whatever. And Megan is like, wait, what did that say? And I was like, yeah, that guy was born the same year you were, but this is in the future, so he's 20 whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she was totally freaked out by it. That never ever crossed her mind that eventually she could be grown up enough, not that you can't die at any age, but you know what I mean.
I know.
Grown up enough to realize that people pass away at those ages, and it was really funny.
Well, so what I wanted to look up was she is referred to as Snow White so much.
Oh, all the time.
That I wanted to see, okay, did she actually portray Snow White at Disney? She did not. But she worked for Disney a lot growing up. And there's a whole article about it. But she was not Snow White. Because I was like, oh, maybe that would be really cute if they kept
that would be cute
referring to her as Snow White because she didn't.
No.
Sorry, that was really anticlimactic, but
whoops.
Okay, so those were the last two. Oh, wait, and we didn't talk about Laura and Robert.
I have Laura and Valentin. Laura was a good character this week.
She was.
She was holding everybody together.
Laura and Robert, when she was like totally playing him, like you don't remember coming to my house.
So funny.
In the middle of the night, all drunk. Love it.
She was dressed in a very...
Oh, she totally did that. I mean,
nightgown.
I love it because that's totally how you would mess with a friend that you've had for 40 years.
I don't know why he ended up there though.
Is that where she has lived? Maybe it was the only address he could remember?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they have been friends long enough, but it felt weird to me that she wasn't part of the memorial or whatever that they had at the bar, and then he showed up there. Especially since Kevin was working.
And Anna was there, and
yeah.
I mean, she probably... Okay, so this is where my ignorance comes in with Holly and Laura back in the 80s. I don't know if they ever met.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Holly and Luke had a thing, and I know that Laura came back from the dead, and Luke and blah, blah, blah. And I know Holly was upset about Luke and Laura off doing their adventure now.
True.
But I don't know if they ever...
No, you're right.
If they ever had a friction, or if they just met and were like, oh, hey,
yeah,
you're who my husband fell in love with while he thought I was dead. Nice to meet you.
I don't picture any conversation going like that no matter what, but yeah, you're right. There may have not been the same hostility that there was over Robert.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're using the older characters because we haven't seen them on screen in what feels like forever. So it makes me happy that they're using them for something, but it felt weird that she wasn't at the one place and then she was who he ran to.
No, I definitely understand that.
So I have her and Valentin though, talking about all of the...
Charlotte.
Yeah. Thanks for working with my brain, Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
My note just says, Laura and Valentin, they are becoming quite the friends. But I didn't add anything to that on top of that note, so.
No, but I don't want to say she's become a confidant for him, but almost.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have anyone unless he goes to Nina and she's with Jack, so.
Especially when it comes to Charlotte, because he wants someone who cares about her just as much as he does.
Right, right. So, no, it was nice.
It was. Because she's encouraging him to be a good dad.
Yes. Right. She could take Lulu's side and just try to cut him off and encourage him to walk away. And instead she's saying, I know you're better than that. Let's do right by Charlotte. So
yeah.
Good grandma-ing.
Good grandma.
Gold star. So then Friday. That was a good, I don't know what date it originally aired. I didn't write it down.
March 30th, 2018.
Okay. First of all, again, it doesn't feel like Mike has been sick that long.
No.
That we have to.
It's been 2 years.
Right. I keep saying, I'm not ready for him to move on. I'm not ready for this to end. Cause in my mind, I don't know General Hospital time, and it's only been going on for like 9 months at the most.
Right.
To see that it's been 2 years, okay.
Since he's been that bad that Sonny felt
right.
Should be, so it definitely happened well before that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So again, not that I'm ready to see him pass away, but it kind of makes sense. It's time. That was I miss Luke's. That was such a good show. That was such a good, they brought in memories.
Like a good atmosphere, yeah.
Of everybody. The flashbacks were good. The thinking ahead was good. Like all of it. I liked that episode.
And that's why we're going to do Luke's as our 411 on Thursday as best we can.
I'm going to so get caught in a rabbit hole there because so many storylines are going to intertwine and I'm going to have to
done
stop.
a 411 about a place. So
I know, and I agree.
I'm sure if we just,
and
so I've already tried to do it, and if you put in Luke's Blues Club on YouTube, nothing pulls up.
Right.
So you have to go into storyline.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some great things, so we'll talk about it a little bit more on Thursday. But, okay, how great was Max Gale in the hippie van, though?
I was so confused when it first
came on. Like, do you live there?
Why are you in a van? What are you doing? That was funny.
But he feels like a hippie. Like, he feels like...
Yes, I agree. But...
Does he live in a van down by the river? Matt Foley?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Do you know what I'm even quoting right now?
I don't.
It's SNL. It's Chris
God.
Farley with Matt Foley because he lives in a van down by the river because of drugs.
So Sasha's
so we totally need to talk back to Sasha.
Sasha's gonna move in with Mike? Okay.
Okay. You need to watch some SNL from the 90s.
Oh my God. No, thank you.
Yes.
I avoided it then. I will continue to avoid it now. Oh, I know what I have from Friday. The flashback of Lila and Edward when she says, about getting married, and he says, you just want to get married because of cousin Herbert? Isn't that why Chloe had to marry Jax?
Yep.
What the heck, cousin Herbert? You just need everyone married?
Right?
Why should you 411 on cousin Herbert? But that's all I know about him.
I don't know why he wanted them to get married either, but I thought the same thing. I was like, so what's this have to do with Herbert?
That made me happy we had done the episode on the marriage switches, because I would have never, cousin Herbert would have been no one to me if we had not just done that.
I agree.
So.
I just said, I was like, there are so many things mentioned in this episode that we need to do for one. One's about with Alan trying to kill Monica, her cheating. Side note with Ned.
Ugh, that's so gross.
She didn't know.
I know she didn't know, but even that age difference. If you look at them now, can you see them hooking up? No.
She's cute though. I mean,
she's beautiful and he is cute. That's not,
so she totally could have.
I don't know. I have a problem with age. I shouldn't project my personal feelings on other people, but I do. And being a woman of that age, I would not see myself hooking up with someone that much younger.
Is your son's age?
Yes. And so taking it back all those years, nope.
But then BJ's heart, Robin being kidnapped, and Eddie Main. Like, those are all things that we could totally talk about.
I miss Eddie Main. And BJ's heart, that was so sweet that Bobby was the one that got Maxie to come out after Nathan's death.
Yeah.
Adorable.
And showing Audrey meeting Steve.
Yes. I hope they play some of those old episodes over the summer.
Me too.
I would love to
What
see
did you
that
say
stuff.
that they're supposed to be playing Nurses Ball?
For a couple of weeks. I think it's the first 2 weeks, maybe 3. It's supposed to be all the past Nurses Balls.
So there's multiple episodes for those though. So that's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe they'll start at the beginning.
Well, that would be fun.
I hope they start at the beginning so that they understand why we've done the Nurses Ball. If you're not familiar with the Nurses Ball, you can go back to last year. We did a couple 411s about the Nurses Ball. We went really deep into.
That was such a good storyline though. I love the Nurses Ball. And the fact that Lucy has all those different costumes, and it was started because of the AIDS research and all that. They talked about Stone being dead longer than he had been alive on Friday. That made me sad. So, yeah, good episode. There really wasn't any storyline content to throw you to the next whatever they were doing back in 2018.
But I feel like it
really
did everything that we were asking for though too, because everyone's been asking for the older episodes, and it gave us a lot of flashbacks. Right. So it was last May 9th, 2019, May 20th, 2019, and May 23rd, 2019. We talked about all of the Nurses Balls today.
All right.
So it's really going to bum me out if we don't have it this year though.
It's going to feel weird.
I don't think we're going to. I mean, it's not going to happen next week.
Yeah, if they don't start till April, do you think they're just going to time jump us to April? We're not going to have Lila's kids and the Nurses Ball.
August?
That's what they're saying is the earliest would be August.
You kept saying April.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it May right now? I don't even know.
I don't know what month it is, what month we're going into, what month is the end of summer. I'm sorry, August.
Okay.
They said the earliest they would start recording is August. So are we just going to jump to August and then we're going to miss all of that? I hope not.
Maybe we'll do like a quick, oh hey, remember what we did at Lila's kids over the summer? And maybe they'll do like I don't know.
Maybe reference the 4th of July that they didn't actually celebrate last year. So I guess it's okay that we're not celebrating it this year.
Yes.
Ugh. Made me so mad. So, anything else? I think we're done.
No, that's it. I mean, it was really nice to be able to see all the older episodes and clips and everything. So, it's gonna be, next week might be our last original episode week.
Reality check.
I don't remember.
I don't remember first either. What was your? Well, you had to start selling houses again.
I did. On Friday, we finally were able to start showing. I have to wear a mask, gloves, and booties, and carry, so I have to wipe down everything that people touch. So I'm just carrying a wipe with me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm opening everything with.
There you go.
So I'm like, you don't touch it, I will touch it. And it's worked out so far. Today I did my first virtual open house, which was interesting. I used Zoom and did it right from my phone. I thought I had figured out a way to have it stream live on Facebook as well, but apparently I couldn't figure it out from my phone, and I wasn't going to hold it up.
Oh, right.
That was interesting because it's just so weird because like I had another agent reach out to me and say, hey, I had a client on there, but so I was in the backyard and it disconnected. And so I was like, okay, gotta get back to the porch. And so I was like, okay, here I'm back to the porch. Sorry, disconnected. Well, their client never got to reconnect.
Oh.
So something happened there, but thankfully it recorded, and so I was able to send the link.
Oh, nice.
But it's just so weird.
Yeah, that's different.
You know, I mean, I'm used to other people's or clients coming into the open house and just saying, oh, yeah, sure. Tell me who you're working with so I can talk to them. But it was weird, but it was pretty cool. I finished my 30 days of yoga in 46 days. All that it took me because I just kept not doing it for obviously 16 days. And I bought a sauna blanket.
Ooh.
That I love. So what about you? That's honestly really all that I have. Can you believe that our kids are done next week?
No, because I'm not ready. It just wasn't the same. I will be happy when it is safe for them to go back to school next year. I will be happy for that time to come because especially my little one, she missed seeing her friends and just the whole end of the year. You know, this week we had to go pick up their stuff and it just feels weird. But I'm glad that we're done also because it was kind of stressful to make sure that everything was done the way that it should be. And I know I'm just not as good of a teacher as her teacher is because her teacher is awesome.
See, I'm more stressed about what am I going to do to keep them busy rather than, cause that 1-2 weeks that we didn't have anything for them to do.
That's just regular summer. You've had them home for summer before.
Yeah, except for this summer, like camps are canceled, ASY's online, like it's not going to be in person.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so far everything that we have scheduled for the summer except for film camp has been canceled. So the things that typically keep them busy won't be.
See, my kids don't do a ton of stuff during the summer. Madeline was supposed to go to Girl Scout camp. That was canceled.
Oh,
they're excited because they have a vacation coming up with their dad, which Madeline has not got to go on before. So she's excited to get to experience that.
well, that's good.
Yes. So those kind of things. We don't do a ton of stuff, like planned stuff during summer. It's kind of hit or miss or whatever. So yeah, I didn't do much this week. I plan on being productive this coming week because I had to get the outside of my house all done up. My landlord needed pictures for insurance reasons and whatever. So that motivated me to clean all of the outside of my house up. And then I walked inside and was like, oh, the inside of the house is all a disaster. Let's clean all this up. And the kids are staying with their dad for the week. So that means no one will be in my way. I can throw out stuff and they don't need to know about it and all of that stuff. And then besides that, it was Mother's Day. It was nice. The girls tried to make it nice. Like their dad doesn't take them out to do anything for me or whatever. So they made me cards. They put, streamers on my door. Like when I opened up my bedroom door, there were streamers coming down that they had made. And Madeline's teacher had given them like an assignment to make I'm grateful for my mom, whatever reasons. And so she put like,
and she still did that virtually. Oh, that is so sweet.
I know. She's such a good teacher. I love her. So Madeline did that. My mom plays Mario Party with me and blah, blah, blah. So that was super cute. And they tried not to fight as much, which is always the most important present for Mother's Day.
I mean, come on.
They tried not to fight as much. And we did break the rules and go see my mom because she was literally in tears that she had not seen us in so many weeks. So we kept a safe distance apart and followed the guidelines that way, but we weren't technically in the yellow yet. And my son came and visited also, and he had got me a nice card that was like, from your son. It was one of those like grown up from your son cards, which is the first one I've ever got, and it made me a little emotional, but it was nice. So
mine made me chocolate chip cookies, which it was funny because so my husband comes in and it's like, you can't get out of bed yet. So I'm thinking they're making me breakfast, right? And I get up and finally it was like, okay, Mom, you can come in the kitchen. They made chocolate chip cookies at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
There's nothing wrong with that. I love your family. That's awesome.
They're like, we did chocolate chip cookies with church this morning. I was like, okay, that works.
Well,
at first I was like, I'm hungry because
we should have planned it. My kids made blueberry muffins for me and delivered me breakfast in bed. So we should have had my kids make enough muffins for everyone and yours make enough cookies. And we would have had the perfect breakfast then snack combination.
Well,
it would
have
been
been
wonderful.
Be offended if I got something for breakfast right now and then we have cookies.
Oh,
you know, but I went, you know what? Screw it. It's Mother's Day. I'm just gonna have cookies for breakfast.
And so I totally had cookies for breakfast.
And they were really good. They made them from scratch. They did a good job.
Wow. I'm impressed. I could have totally gone for cookies. No, I got blueberry muffins.
I think that was the first time my husband's ever made cookies.
Well, you should tell him to do it more often, obviously. I even got a text that day about how yummy they were. So they were good.
They were good.
But yeah, that's it. Mother's Day. And then a week of trying to be productive. But this week, Next reality check, I'm going to be like, I did this and I did this
She
and I
life
did
skilled
this.
all over the
I life
place.
skilled everything. Suddenly turned into a grown-up over a week span. You'll be
job.
impressed. Don't good job me yet. I don't get my gold star like Lulu until next week. Have yours ready.
Yeah, I think that's really it though. So Thursday we'll talk about Luke's club.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.